Imagine a film that doesn't seem to exist. Documentation only residing in the weirdest corners of the internet, stripped down to its barest form as simply a cursed image that has made its way around the Reddit circuit for quite some time with no one really knowing where it came from, and strange but seemingly irrelevant YouTube playlists popping up every now and then. Join me tonight as we investigate the 2005 12-minute short film known as Orden's Forest. December 14th, 2020. A post is made by user Porygon794 on the r/Lost Media subreddit regarding a long-lost fantasy short film that they are requesting assistance in tracking down. The post goes as follows. Orden's Forest 2005 is a 12-minute long short film which doesn't seem to exist. It has popped up occasionally in cursed image subreddits because of the disturbing and nude appearance of John LeBar. I am requesting assistance in tracking it down. Accompanied with the post is this image of a boy and a tall, partially hairless humanoid creature holding hands. The actor portraying the creature is John LeBar, known for his astonishing height of 7'3" and his roles in films such as The Sick House and Prometheus. After the post, many wanted to know more about the context surrounding this image and the film in general. Users began sharing what information they had known or found out about the film while browsing the internet. The film is apparently a fantasy short regarding a child known as Louis who keeps having recurring nightmares about a creepy forest full of magic and intrigue. What few images have surfaced in regards to the film show a somewhat disturbing but whimsical fairy tale similar to that of films such as Pan's Labyrinth. The film was said to have been released in 2005 and ran several independent festival circuits during this time. The year 2005 is a big point as to why the film may have been lost and has stayed missing for quite some time, as this was before YouTube would be what it is known as today, allowing the filmmaker or filmmakers to upload their work for the world to see. Yet, on some listings, the year goes back as far as 2004. However, even stranger is that playlists can be found on YouTube to this day labeled along the lines of Orden's Forest full movie with seemingly random and irrelevant content thrown in. Searching through the first playlist nets you with a deleted video that many have thought to be the real Orden's Forest on YouTube at some point, yet clicking the deleted video yields a copyright claim by an unknown Korean holder. I couldn't find much about the Korean holder, with Google Translate having a hard time even deciphering the name, translating it to Jabro Forest or something along those lines. The Wayback Machine also yields no results as the page was not yet archived, leaving many to wonder still what may have been. Going back to the thread, other info had been discussed regarding a song that had potentially been used in the film, as well as potential online viewings of it. However, these are most likely scams/viruses, so don't click the links if you happen to stumble across them. A notable step in the case was the discovery of the director's Twitter and email address. After this discovery, the OP stated that they would attempt to contact the director if possible and obtain more information on the film or even a copy of the film itself. OP would later post an update in the thread only a few hours later, stating, "It's only been a few hours, but while I've been waiting for the director to get back to me, I've been trying to scrape together contact information for everybody else who had anything to do with this film. Currently, I have something for 5 out of the 12 people. I'll start messaging those whose contact information I've already required. In the meantime, I'd say our biggest objective should be to message the Wanter siblings, as they were children during this movie's production and should have an interesting take on this film. Plus, it might be sentimental. Maybe they've held on to a copy for all these years. I can hope. Anyways, here's a spreadsheet. Go ahead and leave a comment if you manage to find anything to fill in the blanks." The spreadsheet in the post contained those all involved in the production of the short film. However, only a few of the production contact info has been found, and thus, the trail seemingly went cold. May 10th, 2021. Another post is made to the Lost Media subreddit regarding Orden's Forest. User SoTired95 introduces the post as this: "Update on the creepy short film Orden's Forest. Former producer still owns a DVD copy, including multiple other short films, and may be willing to share a copy once he returns from abroad." The OP then follows up with a link to a now abandoned film review blog discussing a DVD compilation titled Final Cut Take 2, a film compilation series featuring many different short films of several genres. Within the article, more information about Orden's Forest is brought to light. stating, "Scott Walker's Orden's Forest is an obvious highlight, a genuinely creepy 12-minute fantasy about a little boy exploring an overgrown forest in his sleep. With atmospheric visuals and a sinister synth score, it brings to mind Ridley Scott's Legend, which is of course a good thing." As well as this, the OP of this thread managed to also find out that it was shown at the 2005 Brighton Film Festival. Even more intriguing is that someone on the internet uploaded the entire film festival's program pamphlet in PDF form. Looking through the pamphlet itself, we can find various types of films that were screened that year, with the Final Cut compilation being listed on page 40 of the program and a link to a now seemingly defunct website. However, despite this, there is actually a fairly decent archive of this website via the Wayback Machine. A listing for Final Cut Take 2 is found on the site with a list of all the shorts shown on the DVD, including Orden's Forest. With this though, the trail starts to kind of run cold. The OP of the update thread began to look for anything relating to where a physical copy of the DVD might be. eBay turned up nothing, and reverse image searches even more so. Not to mention, it's hard to look up a DVD that shares the same name with one of the most popular video editing softwares out there. But even with this, the production company of the DVD, Big Bamboo, ran some more specific results, including that of a LinkedIn profile belonging to a Mr. Richard Harris, whose resume lists himself as a photographer from Brighton, as well as having Final Cut and Big Bamboo listed in his resume. With this lead, the OP contacted and managed to get a hold of Harris, to which he actually responded. "Hi So Tired 95, you have come to the right place. I was the founder/organizer of the Brighton/Melbourne-based Final Cut short film screenings, which ran from 2002 to 2014. We produced 3 compilation DVDs during this time, and I have a single copy of each one. I have recently moved back to Australia, and the DVDs are in storage. I will dig them out in approximately 6 weeks and get back to you." And there. The trail stops. Richard Harris stated that it would take 6 weeks to get back to the OP. This thread was only updated about a month ago, so we are still waiting for the update. The OP stated that in time, they will update the thread with news of whether or not they have obtained a copy of the DVD or not. However, with COVID still sweeping the world, that may take even longer. Orden's Forest isn't the craziest or creepiest mystery that has been covered, but it is unique and mysterious enough that I feel the intrigue is there. Only time will tell if a working DVD copy of Final Cut Take 2 still exists or is even worth finding. All we have to wait with is a few lost or barely working links, a program pamphlet, and a nightmarish image that still plagues the minds of those who view it with interest and wonder. This has been Yoshimi, and have a good night.